Welcome back to your favorite podcast, BroTalk. I'm your host, Bro Mac. With me, as always, Skinzo, Wayne, and our special guest today, Flashy Fogel.
Also, the person that was supposed to be throwing that ass.
He's the one that throws ass on Instagram.
He's the one. Likes.
If you watch the last podcast,
yeah,
he's the one.
Yeah, he's the one who throws that. And guess what, Jacob? Guess what? You're done, buddy.
All right. I don't even throw ass for likes that much.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody? Right. Tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Jacob Fogel. E-L or L-E. Yeah, L-E, not E-L, sorry. I'm not related to anybody, so don't ask.
Oh, he's related to the Subway dude.
No, I'm
Jared
not. Pretty much it though. It's only my time being.
He just got his first job at UPS.
No cap. Hey,
but we're gonna get into that. All right. Anyways, if you watched the podcast last week, you know that we talked about Popeyes chicken sandwich, and if you remember, if you have a little flashback here, I said, "Hey, I can go get it," and Trey was like, "I ain't risking my life for no Popeyes chicken sandwich," and I said, "Maybe Wayne will do it." He said, Wayne ain't gonna do it.
So he did it.
I did it. And you all should have seen our text message group when I said I was sitting in line at Popeyes. I said this line is long as hell. I'm not even gonna say what Trey responded.
And black.
He said, "Don't get shot." I didn't. They missed. But I took a little wing on the shoulder.
Hey, but did you shoot your shot though? 'Cause I would have shot my shot.
I did shoot my shot, and guess what I came out with? A Popeyes chicken sandwich. Yes, sir. I told you we were going to try it. And we're going to
get chicken, okay.
And you're going to hear these noises if Dwayne adds them. Ding, overrated, or ding, this thing's fire. Since Jacob's the special guest here, we're going to cut. We only could afford one. That's all our budget. The broke. Podcast budget. If somebody wants to sponsor us, like Monster or whatever.
Hold up.
We didn't want to support it that much about getting 4 whole burgers.
You know, we can afford 4.
Carmax! Yes, sir!
Hey, it is cold outside. Keep them lips nice and smooth.
No cap.
We can afford more chicken sandwiches if y'all subscribe to the channel.
Hit like and subscribe.
If y'all subscribe to the channel.
And follow our Instagram.
Is that a fucking cucumber?
It's a pickle.
That thing is big as heck.
Turn that for the camera.
No.
Oh my god.
Let Dwayne zoom in on that.
Dude.
Oh my.
If this ain't a mixed chicken, I don't know what it is.
Hey, but I'm still going to go.
No
pickles.
Nah, it don't look like a mixed chicken.
Hey, so Jacob, since you're the guest, we're going to let you cut that into 4.
What is that, a Swiss Army
swear to
knife?
God.
That's all we have.
Damn.
I'm not allowed to use these at home, so I don't know how to use one.
It's got a safety on it.
Hey, you want me to throw in some heavy metal music?
Bum,
I swear to God. Alright, I'm not going to touch all on y'all's part, but...
No, it's okay. You can...
Hey. Oh my...
Cut that bad boy.
No, just cut it like this. This looks gay, but I swear I'm not.
What are you doing to the brand? You done messed up the brand.
Stop!
You done messed up all of
It'd be alright.
Yeah, cut it in geometrical form.
I'm trying.
Did you not take
You
the
do it! Someone else do it!
You're already halfway done.
But I don't want to touch all over the sandwich.
Who cares?
I do.
Do you got AIDS?
I hope. Alright, there's one.
He's halfway there.
Word.
Dwayne can throw in that little sound of the crowd like applaud.
There's 2.
He's really talking.
There's 3 and...
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dwayne, you got to throw in
4.
some clapping noises.
Alright.
Oh, you already know.
Alright, here we
go. Yes, sir.
All right.
Take a piece.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Alright, I want this.
Jacob, get the busted bread. Hold on.
Alright.
I was kidding.
I'll take it.
Oh, why are you touching it?
Shut up! I'm ripping my piece off.
Yes, sir.
No discrimination.
Yes, sir.
You pick yours first.
Go ahead, get that one, co-host.
Oh my
You
god!
I got it.
Yes, sir.
What kind of
Hold on,
sauce they use?
wait. One at a time.
Y'all ready?
It was a grow. I thought he was already eating just
One at a time, and then you're gonna go overrated or fire.
All right.
So
who wanna go first?
Jacob, we'll start with you.
I won't go first.
All right, Trey, we'll start with you. We want to start
You're
in the front.
already eating it.
Oh!
All right.
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead. Go ahead, Carvel.
What that thing tastes like?
Well, overrated or fired?
It's pretty overrated. I feel like I've had it before.
Oh man. Go ahead, Jacob.
To be honest,
I want to go last.
You already eat?
No, I'm not.
I'll go next.
All right, I'll go last.
That piece fell out your mouth.
Are you gonna eat it?
It literally tastes like their chicken strips.
it's not.
It tastes like a regular chicken strip from Popeyes.
Oh, God. That probably just took the flavor away.
What fell? The pickle? It tastes like a Popeyes chicken strip. So I say ding, overrated.
This motherfucker fire! Oh my god! Oh, he just got the spicy, but still. Oh my! I don't get it. Oh my god! I'm glad I didn't get that weak ass cucumber.
Oh man.
Oh my!
So
right.
Dwayne, you not saying overrated? It's
you want
underrated?
Well, I mean,
Well, not underrated, but just right. It's fire.
It's good. It's really good.
He said this
That's really good.
fire.
That's really good.
I mean, it is good. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a great chicken
He's
sandwich.
just saying that because it's
I mean,
I think it tastes like a chicken strip.
I mean, it is kind of He's trying to get overrated. sponsored. It's
No doubt.
overrated because people just go crazy about it. But if you bring it to me,
somebody got stabbed.
Exactly.
No, hold on. Would you stab me if I cut you in
that's
line?
what I'm saying. Like it's good, but when I ate it, I'm thinking about everyone, all the chaos. I'm like, bro, I was.
Like, I still recommend you go buy one because
If you
it's
don't
worth
want that, I eat
tasting.
that.
Can I eat my piece, y'all? Or are y'all done talking?
Dwayne, would you stab me if I cut you in line for it?
What?
If it was the last one?
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! last
See?
chicken sandwich, just me right
Look,
here.
he didn't already change.
Already! He's one
Mine's
of them.
getting cold.
Eat it!
Sandwich.
Last podcast, he was like,
Look, now Dwayne to drop.
Oh my god!
So you think it's fire or overrated?
Oh,
He said.
Oh man.
Look. You see it right here? Fire. It's on the video.
oh.
it's good, bro.
It's killing Chick-fil-A's, no cap.
Hey, it's delicious. I'm not gonna lie, but to me,
Oh my.
it tastes like Popeye's chicken, which is already delicious.
Hey, do you
So-
want yours?
I don't mind. I was eating while I was laughing.
You still want it though?
I mean, yeah.
All right, come on, let's go get it.
We going. All right,
my.
so thanks for watching our podcast. We're going to get more Popeyes chicken
swear to
sandwiches. No, okay. But anyway, I mean that's kind of crazy because if you think about so, I've had a good experience now with Popeyes, but I've had a bad one too. So technically, I think Popeyes had a bad experience with me because back. A long time ago, I think I was like 17. I'm 22 now, so it was a long time ago. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I'm not going to snitch on anybody because I ain't no snitch. But I wasn't the one who took part in this. I sat in the back seat and I watched. But it was funny. So one night, excuse me.
Your excuse.
One night, here, we going. You want the bread before I put it away?
Who the fuck want bread?
We'll take the knife. We got
I ain't
Not after we ate the sandwich.
Oh my god! After this, I'm going to Popeyes.
Anyways, so one night, me and my friends, we all got in a car and we decided we were going to do something super stupid because why not? So we drove around. I think we took an egg and we bought so first we went to Wendy's. We got a milkshake. We drove up and we threw the milkshake back in the window and hit the what is it called? When you throw it back in the window, it used to be a challenge. I can't remember what the challenge was called. It was fire in the hole. That's what we did. Fire in the hole where you throw the
Fire in the
drink back
butthole.
But anyways, at Popeyes, it was like 3 a.m. It wasn't that late, but we decided we was gonna throw an egg in Popeyes window. I know.
Popeyes close at 10 p.m. sharp.
It was late. But anyway, there was only one girl working. I feel terrible for this now that I'm older, but back then I thought it was funny. We threw an egg at the girl while she was. I don't even think it busted. It just hit her.
Was it hard boiled?
That's
No, it
comedy.
wasn't hard boiled. It didn't even bust though. Like it hit her and bounced off. I'm sure it busted when it hit the floor.
Head, then.
But we threw an egg at her and it
Whoopee
hit her
cushion.
noggin. And
I swear to God.
I got another part of this drive-through story that I can tell, but y'all go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
No, I'm gonna save it for last, y'all.
All right.
So,
What are we talking about? Work stories?
no, we're talking about
Drive-through stories.
drive-through
okay.
restaurant stories.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you got.
Well, my drive-through story. I actually did a prank on my channel, Skenzo, right here. You know, self-promote. You should check it out. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it. I might do another one, part 2. You should check that out.
I'd read that comment section.
Yeah, the comic section is kind of. Hey, don't worry about the comments. Fuck the comments.
They were hating. Yeah, they were hating on Trey.
Forget the comments.
They were hating on him. Oh, we can cuss. We just can't put those parts on our Instagram because we tried to promote our last one on Instagram, but Dwayne said don't fucking yawn while I'm talking, and Instagram was like,
can they go in a YouTube video?
I'm putting all the parts on Instagram.
and Instagram was like, we ain't promoting that shit. And
Oh, so we can go in a YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
You bet your sweet bippy I'm cussing. Alright.
All right, but anyway, go ahead, Trey.
That's basically it. I had a drive-through prank. You should check it out. Yeah.
All right, well,
next.
It was a seizure drive-through prank.
So I'll probably say, one of the craziest things that happened to me. It's not really crazy. It's more awkward.
it was hilarious.
It was awkward.
I already know what's coming. It was hilarious.
It was like, okay,
I
so
was there.
I'm going back. Well, I'm on my way going back to college. I reapplied to college. I left college, and I reapplied. So, I need to go back to get some stuff straightened out. So, me and my co-host here, we co-host. Me and my co-host here. Me and my co-host, we hungry, So we didn't go to Popeyes.
Damn, you hit me hard.
We went to
Taco Bell.
Yeah, we went to Taco Bell, and I'm trying to think. I don't even remember the girl's name, but I ordered just regular
Just whatever. We ordered food.
just ordered regular food that you get from Taco Bell. I think it was some loaded grillers or something like that.
And a burger.
And you can't order a burger from Taco Bell.
You gotta ask for it. It's on the menu. Secret.
But I go order some it's an older black lady, and she gives me the food and she's looking at me and I'm like, she's like, well, here's your food. I'm like, well, thanks. And she's like, oh. And she just she stops. I'm like, all right, I get my food back and we sit down and she tells me, to come back up there. And I'm like, oh my God. This 50-year-old lady's trying to bone me. It's so
Here comes the twist.
basically, she tells me to come back up there, and I go back up there, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, she's like, how old are you? And I'm like, oh my God, oh no.
I'm telling you,
got that.
them arms.
She got that
Wayne.
good.
I don't want that good. That good got 40 years of experience, and oh my
She
God.
got been ran through.
So what happens is she's asking me how old I am. I told her I think at the time I think I was 21 at the time, and she's like, oh well, my coworker back there, thinks you're cute. And I'm like,
And swell.
I'm like, well, tell your coworker, come talk to me.
Run them cheeks.
I'm like, who is it? And she points back and points at, I'm looking back. I'm like, yes, this is me right here. I'm like, and boy, she was thick, boy. She was thick, but she was smacked.
Oh,
So-
her name was Tabitha.
It's always the ugly
Smacked.
ones.
She
Swear to
was
God.
smacked. Now, I don't know her personality. She could have had a heart of gold. I don't know. But then later on, I found out I seen her at a party. And she was with 3 dudes. I was like, oh my. Hey, but I saved her name. She gave me her number, by the way. Saved her name as Nacho Bel Grande. And my phone is literally still there. Now, if I ever go back to, school, hey, Nacho. Call
Nacho
me.
Libre.
Fuck Nacho.
You know?
Oh, my bad.
She could be like, Nacho girl no more. I'm like, oh, no.
Never
That was
was.
a good one.
You got any stories?
No.
Restaurant stories?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a restaurant story. What's it like? It's
Didn't you
gotta be
say
something
your
serious.
mom was going
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about
So I was
Susan.
at a McDonald's one day, I was with my mom.
Let me just say something real quick. Just before you guys know, he's about to tell a story about Susan. Susan is the realest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
We don't
Talk bad to her, you going missing.
Hey, hashtag Susan's a real one in
No
the
cap.
chat.
Alright, I was at McDonald's one day, right? It was just me and my mom. Aaron and Joey, they was already gone. We just said fuck them. we just got I think we just got like McChickens and shit. Well, there was my mom, she still has black folks. There was like a white van in front of us, and there was a yellow car behind us. Well, McDonald's had to be packed. They was packed out their cheeks that day. Well, McDonald's got 2 drive-thrus now.
Right.
The white van, they was like already edging up, but me and my mom, whoever orders first is supposed to go first. Well, this white van, they was gonna go forward. They was gonna get our order. We was gonna get their order. My mom pissed. She starts honking the horn. This white van, old dude looks at her. He goes, "My mom." Huh? My mom was pissed. I have never seen my mom so mad. She got out the car and was like, no joke. She didn't go to his window. She probably got shot. But he looked crazy. She got out, was standing in front of the car and was like yelling. Everybody was just like on their phones, like, they was like,
for the gram.
It's crazy. That's pretty much it. Then we just got back in the car. Then we got our meal.
Well,
that's a happy ending.
That is a happy ending.
It was a quiet ride home.
Well,
she got mad at me.
The end of my little drive-through night.
Oh, you alright? It's a chicken sandwich.
I swear.
Hey, it's coming back.
I swear to God.
The end of my night didn't end so well for that night. So last place we went was White Castle, which I used to work there. Actually, it was the one I worked at too. I'll get into that in a second. But there was
just rip all of us.
No cap. I look like Schmeagol.
Anyways, we finished the night at White Castle, and I think we egged the dude in the drive-thru, and I wasn't there at that point anymore. I'd gone home. I'd called it a night. I was like, this is kind of messed up. I don't want to do this anymore. But a few of them was like, oh, let's go get where Josh's ex-girlfriend used to work.
Are you eating a caramel? You go.
It was gum.
Let's just. I'm gonna act like that didn't just happen.
You want one?
Anyways,
I got 3 of them. You want one? Well, they are.
I'm good.
You don't want it?
No, I got a drink.
Caramel's fire.
Okay.
Anyways, so they decided to. I'm not gonna get into it, but my friends didn't like my ex-girlfriend. Respect to him for not liking her though, because I don't like her either.
No cap.
Please. Oh, okay.
Anyways, they went up there and they egged somebody in the drive-thru, and they.
Go ahead.
We better turn this to ASMR.
No, we're not. Anyways, they got their tags. Let's just say it was my buddy's car, family of Dwayne's.
Don't put me out there like that.
I'm not gonna say who it is because they don't know who it is. So, but anyway, his tags got caught. They decided not to press charges, but I think they had to go back up there and clean it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, but they almost did get in a lot of trouble. But anyways, when I got some crazy stories about when I worked there. But really, the worst work story ever is I worked at Dynacraft. It's this place my parents have worked for 15 years. Dwayne's worked there. My buddy Marcus works there.
You just spent it.
What a life story!
Who cares?
Where he works? How many friends you got on your phone?
He don't even work there. It's
matter.
Good. It's in the past.
I'm leaving all that. We not putting
Dwayne's address is. Anyways, I worked at this place called Dynacraft, and so there was this dude. He was on crack. I'm dead serious. He came to the managers and told them he was a meth addict, and he was going through rehab. So he had to move to second shift so he could go to rehab when he would usually be at work on first. Anyway, he was in my area, and him and this lady didn't get along. So one night, she went to the bathroom, and he was like, "Hey, would you snitch on me if I poured?" It was a lubricant for the screws and stuff, so we could put it on the engine for the semis. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. You're trying to kill her." And he was like, "Dude, you ain't gonna tell on me. I just told you I would." But so he did it anyway, and it was disgusting. So I went to my manager and told him. But long story long, my manager and him were buddies. So my manager never told HR, and he told the dude that I snitched on him.
What?
Get that shit out of your nose.
What? I'm just trying to make it seem like I'm the crack dude.
And
He said,
and
lubricant your cup weed.
So the crackhead dude, ended up going to HR and saying I did it. So I got fired for apparently poisoning somebody. I could have got charges pressed on me, dog.
I wish.
But it turns out they found out evidence that it wasn't me and it was him. He got fired. The manager got fired. And the HR people got fired. So all y'all motherfuckers for getting me fired. No. We can't focus on nothing here. You guys got any crazy work stories? You know?
Yeah. I just started UPS 2 days ago. That's pretty crazy, ain't it? I know. About all I got.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this caramel right now.
Right? I don't know what that noise was. Edit that out.
No, I'm putting that in. I would say one crazy story that I had, you know, working in a warehouse, where basically all we did, we loaded shoes, like boxes on top inside of the back of a truck. I think one of the craziest stories I think that happened is there was high suspicion about some girls that worked there sleeping around with people. You gonna try? We ain't gonna get sponsored. We gotta go with Bang. Bang's going up. But
Carmax.
Carmex. See, you can't even get it right.
We just lost our sponsor.
Mex. Carmax.
I got an accent.
Carmax is where they deal cars at.
Car sex.
So, wait, go on with your story.
All right. So there was high suspicion about some girl sitting around with a guy. Well, it wasn't that big of a high suspicion, but she got kind of like caught all at once to where it just caught everybody off guard. Like it was a smooth day, and all of a sudden we go on first break, right? We go on first break, and like dude is like they're in the car together, and all of a sudden you just see like a whole like foot just like straight boom, like straight kicked her out the car, and you know just he like left work, and I'm just like.
Hey! Get off the phone!
But, dude left work, and you know, and then we're all wondering like, what happened? Like, why did he kick you out the car? What happened? Like some domestic violence type stuff. And she's like, I don't know what's gotten into him. He's crazy and stuff like that. And then when he came back, he left for work the whole day. Like he had to come back and tell our supervisor he's leaving. I guess he told him why. So the next day we come back, dude's ready to come back and fight. I'm like, well, and the guy who was accused of doing the stuff with the girl was doing the stuff with, I knew he was like a friend of mine. So I was like, what's he mad about? And dude's like, he's the calmest person ever. He's like, oh, he's just mad because I was with his girl. What was this? He said, it's about like 6 months ago. I don't even know why he's tripping. You work, but say he literally works this close to us. And you go like, what? He's like, well, she came to me. I'm like, yeah, you all right. And then, but the thing was, they said it happened in like the work bathroom and stuff like that, and I was just like, I had to look at him like this. I had to look at him like this. Do I know you? I've been working beside you the whole time. I never knew you were capable about this. Hey, but like, hey, feel me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll do it again. Yeah.
What was that?
No, put your hand out like this. There you go.
Well, Trey, you worked at Waverly. You got any stories?
Oh, yeah.
Long story short, that was Dwayne's
I work at Waverly, aka the most haunted place on earth,
No
supposedly, right? No cap.
Yeah.
And I work in the haunted house, and like when I was waiting for the next group to come, there's a door where I work at, and it opened and shut like 5 times back to back, like. And this is always when you're by yourself, when you least expect it. That's when shit always happens when you're by yourself.
We getting ghostly in here.
Oh yeah, you worked there too, didn't you?
I did for a couple weeks.
But didn't you have like an experience?
Oh yeah. I had Waverly. There's a reason it's the most haunted place in the world. That place is messed up once you get alone. No. So I was Jason Voorhees. And anyways, I had like a little pier, and it had some fishing poles. What are you doing?
Yetis! You doing? No, I can't.
He's back in school.
Come on now.
You want to see it?
No!
Oh, my bad.
Bro, come on now.
Boy.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Down, boy! Go ahead, my bad.
We're on a podcast. Come on now.
Yeah, get your behavior together. What are you doing?
Come on.
Hey, what you would? Ew.
Oh, man.
That's your train. Your train. Oh, my God.
Well, I guess we'll just stop the
Boy!
podcast.
Hold on. Oh, that's just one. Let me show you that. God! All right, Josh, go ahead.
Can we get back to
Yeah, I'm about to
what
put it as
we're
my
doing?
screensaver.
All right. Anyways, like I was saying, Waverly's haunted. You know, Waverly's haunted. That the real ghost stuff happens in this house. One time I was here by myself, and you could hear like a little girl laughing upstairs. Need be, the only girl who lives here is my 16-year-old brother, and my mom.
He said you a bitch, real talk.
And nobody was here but me. At the time, I didn't know that because I thought some little girl was upstairs laughing, maybe like my cousin or something. So I go up there, literally nobody's upstairs, and it was coming from one of the back rooms. And I was in there, and I was like, "What the was that?" And then I heard the little girl laughing in the living room, and I was like, "All right, let me go check this out." So I walked out there, and we have a big, giant glass sliding door is our back door. So I turn and I look, and there's a woman standing outside of the glass door, and she just kind of like walks off to the side behind the house. And I was like, bro, who's in my backyard? So I came running, and I slid the door open, I ran, and there was nobody out there. So like, I all of a sudden had like cardiac arrest or something, and I was like, Mom, I almost died.
It's hyperventilation.
Who the fuck cares? Anyways,
Got past my bedtime.
there was a ghost in my house. I had a few things happen after that, but nothing really ever. You got any ghost stories?
Well, honestly, I think in order to have ghosts in your house, you have to live like in a big enough house.
What you trying to say? My house is little?
No, I'm saying the reason why you saw ghosts is because your house is big enough. I'm saying that I've only lived in like 1 and 2 bedroom apartments and small houses like that. So where's the ghost gonna have? We're gonna bump into each other every time I go to the bathroom.
Hey, dog.
He said, oh, my bad. He said you had used bathroom.
Hey, would you hurry up? Are you using all the hot water? Because my dad keep blaming me. He's like, son, I know what you're doing in that shower. I used to be your age. Like, what?
It's the ghost!
It's the ghost, dude. Wait, all them white stains ain't from you? No, maybe.
Jacob, you got any ghost stories? You know,
What are you saying that for?
I'm just asking if you got a ghost story.
You live in a big enough house to have ghosts, like I just said.
Ghosts don't mess with the vocals. Only Josh.
Although Susan had a picture on her phone of a ghost standing in their living room.
It was photoshopped. We fucked with the Franker for years.
So, y'all probably don't have ghosts, but y'all got a lot of owls. Y'all got like
They got like 400
Oh my
ceramic
God.
owls. If you listen to, I think it's 99.7 DJX, they're selling like, they're doing this promo where you can either get $1,000 or $1,000 in ceramic cats. His mom won that a few years ago when they was doing $1,000 in ceramic owls.
No cap.
So
My mom won them all.
they got like 400.
My house
of them.
is full of owls, bro. Real talk.
If you walk in their house, somebody's watching you.
Real talk. You can't get shit done in my house. You try to break in, one of the owls gonna catch you.
You try to get naked in the shower, the owl's watching you.
Ooh, take it slow, boy.
He said, ooh, take it slow. So last night, this is kind of for our sports people. If you watch sports, last night, we're recording this on a Friday, and last night on Thursday Night Football, the Browns played the Steelers. And there was an altercation between Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph. Myles Garrett is a defensive end for the Browns. Mason Rudolph is the quarterback for the Steelers. So with 8 seconds left, the game was over. The Browns had already won. Myles Garrett took down Mason Rudolph, and there was some verbal arguing. And Mason Rudolph kind of grabbed his face mask, and they got up. And let me tell you, shit got real. Tell him, Jacob. Tell him. They're not gonna be able to hear that.
Shit got real.
Well, now they will. Anyways, Myles Garrett proceeds to rip off Mason Rudolph, who's the quarterback. He rips his helmet off, and then swings the helmet and hits him in the head with it, like kind of in the back of the head. I think it was. He kind of just winged him on the back of the head. But and then the realest dude on the planet, who was it that backed him up? They came and stomped him out.
It's one of the Pouncey brothers, Marquise or
yeah.
I don't know which one it was.
One of the Pouncey boys, which is an offensive lineman for the Steelers, is the realest motherfucker on the planet. He had his quarterback's back because he started swinging on Myles Garrett and then stomping his head in.
Okay.
You're a real one. He got suspended 3 games for that. Another defensive player came up behind the quarterback and pushed him down when he got back up. Myles Garrett's out for the season and possibly facing charges. So, Yeah.
So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that it is? I don't know if you guys watched it fully. Do you think Myles Garrett justifiably defended himself by reacting in that way? Because if you really look into it, Mason Rudolph was grabbing Myles Garrett's helmet. If you really watch it again. If you guys didn't watch it, he grabbed his helmet. So that's the only reason why Myles Garrett took his.
I think an altercation was okay, but to hit him with the damn helmet, Myles Garrett. If you don't watch football, Myles Garrett is built like The Rock, but smaller. He is literally nothing but indentions all the way down. He's got a 12-pack for a stomach.
I wouldn't say smaller.
Okay, Myles Garrett's built like a house.
Myles Garrett about 6'7".
He built like a brick house.
Hey, at least $350,000 house.
If we wouldn't get copyrighted, we could throw a picture up of Myles Garrett. But you can Google him. Right. He's ginormous.
Google his weight, his height.
And then Google Mason Rudolph, a chubby Ben Roethlisberger like quarterback.
He's got a disability.
Myles Garrett could have thrown a punch. He could have shoved him. He could have done anything. But Mason Rudolph tugging on his face mask is not going to affect him. That dude is ginormous.
So what you're saying is somebody when you play football, if a little kid can grab on your face mask, it'll bother you. That's your neck and face. And in the heat of the game, it's a rivalry game, Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
It was already up though.
If you remember, this is why
the game was over.
This is why nobody bothered Myles Garrett. Now I understand he drove him to the ground, which Mason Rudolph was mad about that, but. He grabbed his helmet. He grabbed Myles Garrett's helmet and face mask, and he backed up, and he just took his off. Now, you wonder why nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. The offensive lineman was just like, whoa. They didn't do anything. And then he backed up, and then they didn't do anything until he swung. And Mason Rudolph came right back at Myles Garrett. For what?
Okay. But the thing is, Myles Garrett being built like a house, if Myles Garrett would have ripped his helmet off and then just socked him in the jaw, I would have been more okay with that. Because a helmet is going to hurt way worse than a fist.
No, there was a lineman in between them.
I mean, so you're saying
a punch is more justified than hitting somebody in the back of the head with a helmet. Yes.
But he only hit him because he retaliated back. So what you're saying is he would have hit him right then and there. That would have been really unjustifiable. He took off his helmet and just cracked him right there.
Myles Garrett pulled it.
So,
I'm not even going to.
Because think about it, if Mason Rudolph didn't come back around like he did, there would have never been a helmet thrown.
But every person's going to come back, though. Like,
but Mason Rudolph didn't throw a punch. He was just talking.
Yeah,
People talk verbal arguments all the time.
You don't say that to no 6'8" man who's already mad at you.
Oh, well, you trying to look like a bitch on national TV.
Went away. Then this never would have happened. Why would you, without your helmet, you're going to go and talk shit to somebody who's twice the size of you without your helmet? No.
Because you don't expect somebody to try to kill you.
These defensive ends and tackles are crazy. Yes, you should. Greg Hardy was crazy.
But Myles Garrett is known as a good guy.
Until
he swings a helmet.
I'm not going to look like...
I mean, I've had... In my sports history, I played...
Mason Rudolph ain't pressing charges.
All right, there we go. The live update. Breaking news. Mason Rudolph is not pressing charges, so Myles Garrett is suspended for the season. But
I mean, I mean, but do you see what I'm saying? There's a reason why the offensive lineman did not do it. They saw him rip it off.
I think he deserves the season suspension.
Oh, most definitely. You can't just hit nobody with a helmet.
Why can't
you go play? It's
illegal for one.
It's illegal.
Since when is it a law or illegal to pick up a helmet off somebody's head and go, Mom?
Since forever. That's called assault.
No, it's not.
It's
assault with a weapon. A helmet and a weapon. It's a helmet.
No, assault with a deadly weapon is assault with a deadly weapon.
So if I beat you up with that poster, that's a deadly weapon?
If you turn around and start socking Dwayne in the jaw, and Dwayne just and knocks you out cold, it's assault.
Right, so if I pick up that sock and start beating you up with a sock.
It's assault on you.
You see how...
Self-defense.
Look at... He's going to push me to the bathroom!
Alright. Anyway, like, some sports... Like, I've had something similar in sports. I didn't hit nobody with a helmet, and he didn't hit me with a helmet, but I was playing defensive end in high school. This dude, every time I'd try to get around him, would grab my face mask and pull me into the ground. So eventually, on one play, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get him back. So as soon as they snapped the ball, my hand went straight into his face mask, pushed his helmet off, and I swung, but I missed. I missed. And after that, it was kind of just a shoving match. I'm not really the type of person who's trying to throw hands at somebody because I'm scared I'm going to get my ass whooped. If you edit this and go, boo, or be like, he a bitch, I swear to God. I'll blow his fucking house up.
We're white, we don't fight, we press charges.
Exactly. I told him my dad was a lawyer.
Swear to God.
No, but it kind of got verbal. I never liked the kid anyway. Me and him always got into it at practice.
Was he white?
Yeah. He was a big fat white
what?
kid.
As if he wasn't white, I don't know why you don't like him then, Josh.
No. My two co-hosts. What, you think I'm trying to play cover up here?
Look at the one he said. Oh, he right now.
You ever got into a fight playing sports?
I haven't.
No? Altercations, anything?
I always got picked last in sports. So
I almost fought our friend Logan one time when we was playing basketball in a church. He had a broken arm and he was still playing. It was in he broke his hand.
You talking about
it was
Logan?
In his cast. Logan, yeah.
Oh.
And I don't remember what was happening, but at the time he happened back playing basketball, and I kind of like yanked him, and he tried to swing his cast arm at me. Logan, you tried to kill me, bro. But I think it was just in the heat of the moment. There's probably been a few times me and Logan have almost swung on the court, but Logan's not a bad guy. He's just, he's a big-headed. No, I'm just.
Well, shout out to Logan. I'm buying his dirt bike tomorrow.
There you go.
Well,
he pissed in the gas
shout out
tank.
to Logan for watching our podcast too.
I wouldn't say I've never had anything like altercation with like a teammate or something like that. My teammate, I'm usually like in my own zone. I get into altercations with coaches.
He yells at me if I throw him a bad pass at practice.
Yeah, but that's different.
No, he takes me after practice. He don't fuck with the bad throws. He says he's quit.
But hey, if you guys want to see us film our flag football practices, we can get that done.
That's coming soon.
We can get that done. But I had altercations with coaches. You remember Coach Witt?
I did. I hate Coach Witt. He was our quarterback coach. I played quarterback in high school a little bit. I don't really want to tell the story about me hitting the trainer's 3-year-old daughter, but yeah, I guess I should throw a story in here real quick. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys a story. I played quarterback in high school. I still play quarterback down flag football. Anyways, in high school I played quarterback just a little bit. I think it was my junior year. But so I took a shot at it my junior year. We were running bubble screens, which is like a one-step drop pass. So you just take one step and you throw it. My coach was yelling at us not to rotate the ball and get your hand on the laces, to just throw it as soon as you catch it. So I don't have a football in here, but I caught it on the tip of the football, and I went to go throw it to my receiver, Aaron Hedgecock. If you ever watch this podcast, that was you that day. I overthrew him, and our medical trainer, her daughter was there. She came to all the practice. She was like 4 or 5. I overthrew Aaron. And I beamed this little girl in the head. And she fell down and she started crying her eyes out.
Oh my God.
And the worst part was, I was so embarrassed. I went back to playing tight end after that. It killed my confidence.
She got a tight end on top of her head.
It killed my confidence, to be honest. So I went back to tight end. But
still fucked up.
I was so embarrassed at the time, I didn't even say sorry. I literally walked away and went to tight end drills. And the trainer, we ended up being like close, but at the time she hated me. So I embarrassingly, like the next week came in and I was like, I need to apologize to your daughter because I smacked the fuck out of her with a football. But it was embarrassing and it killed my confidence, and I went back to playing tight end in high school, and really I didn't have the confidence to play quarterback again until after high school.
It's okay. We're gonna bring that confidence back out of you with flag football.
What if there's a 5-year-old on the sideline right
A 5-year-old boy
on the sideline of a flag football game?
I'm gonna have PTSD, and I'm gonna beam that little girl in the
She's gonna be
head.
like walking by, Josh going, touchdown! Bonk! We just go, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap up our flag football game.
Hey, bro.
I'm quitting.
He gonna be like, hey, bro.
He's
hey.
never gonna throw a football
He's
again.
like, hey, can I play tight end now?
She gonna be like, who did it? We,
I'm getting in my car and driving
that's what
home.
I'm got. Everybody
I'm not
look
gonna
at
say sorry either. I'm too
you. If
scared.
everybody turn around and look at you, you just turn around. I don't know who the fuck.
We got the forfeit.
We're running at about almost 50 minutes here. The podcast is getting pretty long, but honestly,
Wrap it up.
just real quick, I want to say before we start wrapping up, I want to say we decided to do this podcast a little differently. Like the first one, we had segments and talked. Dwayne mediated. This time, we kind of all just talked, and there's no real mediation. We want to know. Put it in the comments below, or even go on our Instagram and let us know in the comments. Just let us know, which podcast do you like better? Do you like us sitting here talking and telling stories? Shut the
He said, which podcast? Look like he's playing with titties.
With ball sacks.
So, did you like the first podcast better, where we kind of had the segments, or the second where we just talked and had these stories coming out? Because we have plenty of stories we can tell. Jacob has a coming out story if we get into it. No, but really,
the last episode I'm on. So.
but really, just let us know. Do you like the conversation sitting around the table, or do you like us having kind of like a TV show where we have segments and we go into those? Just I really want to know y'all's opinion, because you guys are what matters to our podcast.
That's not even funny, dude. Don't say that no more.
Also, let us know. Like you said, just leave it in the comments if you prefer, or let us know if you are more likely to listen to it or watch it. Like if you're on the road in the car, you really want to listen to it, we can do it the longer sessions. Or if you plan on watching it more, we can cut it into segments and put a lot of like real detail into it. So
and just for the people who say they might listen to it, I am working on getting it on Spotify. It is actually a lot of hard work to get it on Spotify. Like, there's a lot of process to go through. I thought it'd be quick and easy, but it's not.
Apple Music's better.
Yeah, getting it on iTunes is the same process. So I'm going to work on getting it on both, but they have to get approved and everything. So just give it some time. I'll eventually get it on Spotify, I promise. But I guess we could start wrapping up. You want to tell them about giving us some topics, stuff to talk about, stories you guys want to hear?
Oh yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram at fuck. I don't know what it's called.
It's the underscore right here. Yeah, it's the underscore BroTalk underscore podcast. But the link will be not the link, but like the @ name will be here, and it'll be in the description below too. So check that out. Our Instagram names are going to be in the description below. You should throw our YouTube names on there too. If not, I'll comment in the section. Just look for the picture of me, the cartoon version. That's my YouTube.
Send us topics to talk about, not like actually
serious
things to talk about, not like cliche aliens and stuff. Like
give us like, you want to hear certain stories. Like you want to hear. I'll just throw it out there. Like you want to hear a drunk story. Tell us that. Well. Alright, hold on.
Well, why don't you just grab my ears?
Take two.
Fuck my butt.
Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. Remember, let us know which podcast you like more, 1 or 2. Remember to send us your ideas if you want to get a shout out on here, if you're a clout chaser. But remember, Instagram don't have likes no more, so don't be an Instagram thought.
Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the video.
You better hit that like and subscribe.
Check out the links in the description. You'll find my Instagram. You'll find my co-host Instagram. We got Bromac and Skinzo. We'll even find your Instagram.
Yes, sir.
And the most important one out of all of those though is our podcast Instagram. Follow that one. Go like the video on there, and we'll be posting more. Also, follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. Obviously, Why Wayne? Because why not?
Why not?
Hit me up, Bromac. Easy enough.
Skinzo.
And Skinzo, SKINNZO. You already know. But thanks for watching the podcast. Thanks for coming.
That sounds like the bingo. Skinzo. Is it SKINGO?
Or NZO. Skingo. Thank you for our guest
for
appearance.
coming out. Appreciate it.
High five it up. I'm white, so we do high fives.
Why do I get that one? There we go.
But, thanks to our
Damn.
guest today. And as always, we got Wayne. We got Skingo.
Skingo.
Yeah, mess me up. Retake that.
That's a lot
Thanks
of
to our
edit.
guests for coming out. As always, we got Wayne. We got Skinzo.
So,
And Bromac. We'll see you guys next
see
week.
you later.
Gang.
Don't take life too seriously.
So,
I've already made 2 videos for YouTube.
oh.
I know.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what
You see that?
Where is Detroit?
Oh my god. Wait, what's our podcast? BroTalk.
Bro talk. It's bro talk.
Bro cock.
All right.